Hi, hello, and welcome. Today, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips to get started on your digital art journey. Our first tip is to choose your art program. There are so many programs you can choose from that are free and paid. I personally enjoy using Clip Studio Paint. I think it's a great software. Although it is a paid software, you do get to have a free trial and test it out. And it's just, I could go on, but I'm going to keep myself from yapping. But Clip Studio Paint is really nice. And then if you're looking for a less expensive program, go ahead and try out Procreate. And then for free programs I've heard of and have personally tried out, there's Ibis Paint, Krita, Fire Alpaca, GIMP, and more. I have made a free worksheet down in the description box below. This is going to be filled with different programs that you can check out, and there's free ones and paid ones. So I highly encourage you to go explore. I want you to go see which ones you want to try out. And of course, with each of these, they're going to have their pros and cons, but explore which one is going to be best for you. And once you choose, no, you don't have to stick with it. You can use different programs in tandem with one another. I personally enjoy using Clip Studio and Procreate together. They both serve their different purposes, but I still love using both of them. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to go ahead with our second tip. Find your setup. Now, once you pick out your program, I want you to go ahead and get comfortable, get familiar with it. I highly suggest you look at some videos, do your research on the program you're looking to use and purchase, if you're going to purchase anything. And I want you to be thorough about it. I want you to take your time and make sure you're soaking up all the important details, because when you do this, it's going to make it so much easier for you to just dive in and get started, even if you have no idea what you're doing. And I can personally attest to this. When I first got Clip Studio Paint, I was terrified, because when you go in there, it looks hecka complicated. And for someone who had used Procreate for the first 2 years of my art journey, seeing Clip Studio was terrifying. But guess what I did? I did what I just told you, and it helped me so much. I'm talking, it only took me like a couple of days to truly get adjusted and to understand the basics of how things work. So if you go ahead and do that, seeing how things work for yourself, even if you're scared to mess things up, it's going to help you so much. Because when you go out and you learn how to do things on your own, it's going to stick with you that much more than you just watching someone. So I recommend doing both of those in tandem with each other. Research and experiment, research and explore. And that's going to really help you to get comfortable. And once you do so, I suggest trying to figure out the layout you want to have. Where do you want to have your color palette? Where do you want to have your layers? If your program has those kind of customization options. Again, Clip Studio is just fabulous, and that's one of the things you can do. You can move all different kinds of things around your screen, and it's really helpful because it makes the workspace unique to you, and it makes things more fun and convenient, if I'm being honest. So go ahead and explore, get comfortable, and once you do this, I want you to go ahead and get started with the important things: your brushes, layers, and tools. Now, I'm not feeling particularly inclined to teach you about layers because I don't want to confuse you. It is a very simple concept, but explaining it can easily make you go, "What are you talking about?" So again, check out my free guide. I'll have an explanation there. Hopefully it's suitable for you and it can help you get started. I'm going to talk about brushes as well. When you first get started out, Your program should come with default brushes. I want you to go through these and find something you love. Now, you don't have to stick with these, but just check them out. Don't hate on them. Don't say, hey, these sucky brushes, they're not going to do what I want them to do, because they probably will. It's the artist that makes the brush. It's how you use the brush. It's unique to you. So make those brushes shine. Pick out those brushes that make your heart smile, that make the inner you smile, and go ahead and use those and have fun with drawing. That's my message to you today as a beginner. Have fun drawing. The Lord, God placed a gift so deep on the inside of you to create. You create like He creates. And so He wants you to create in your own unique, special way. So you go ahead and you do what makes your heart smile, what feels like you. Don't feel the need to go out and be like other artists. Of course, it's good to study and learn from other artists, but be you. Be authentically you. And when it comes to tools for your program, you should get the breakdown of how they work. Get yourself familiar with the tools, because these are going to be the things you use to create. So, for example, you have your lasso tool, and it just allows you to have a refined section of focus, if I could say it like that. And you can do whatever you want in this section, and it's really nice. Once you advance in your art journey and you start to understand things a little bit more, I don't want you to get stuck on anything. Just have fun and enjoy yourself, and really just get to understand your program. I've said that like 1,000 times, I'm sorry. And then we're going to go on ahead into our fourth tip. Respect artists. We live in a world today where people unfortunately dog the art community. So we need to be respectful towards ourselves. When you want to say something negative to someone, when you want to steal someone's work, when you want to not give someone credit, you are disrespecting a fellow artist who put so much love and hard work into their craft. And we don't want to do that. So here are some basic things to keep in mind. Credit your artists. If you trace someone's work or study it or copy it, please credit them. Make sure that's okay with them. Get their permission first. If you're going to post those said works that are traced, copied, whatever, to the public online space, please make sure to credit, because you don't want to discredit someone else and make them feel terrible because you basically stole their work. So just remember to do that. It'll save you so much pain for yourself and for the person you're learning from. It's okay to trace. It's okay to copy in those studying settings where you're trying to learn, but just be respectful. And that goes to my next point with watermarks. Something I know that people like to do with their watermarks is to place it on their canvas so that someone won't steal their work. But let me tell you, as someone who has been there and done that, don't worry about it. Put your watermark on your work so that people can find you. There were so many times I saw gorgeous, gorgeous artwork, but I couldn't find the artist because they didn't have a watermark. So when you're using your watermark, think more about that. Think more along the lines of, hey, I want someone to find me because this is pretty freaking cool, and they should be able to come and get my art, come check me out, So go ahead and do that and focus on that instead of someone stealing your work. It can happen, but don't focus on it. Okay? And when you go to place your watermark, this comes with art fundamentals. Just think about where you're going to place it, how you're going to place it. Be thoughtful, be intentional. Don't make it take the focus off of the beautiful art you just made, because it is just a little sprinkle, a little salt on your piece. And for our last and final section, we're going to do tips and tricks. Our first tip is, when you first get started with drawing digitally, no matter your skill level, I want you to practice writing. Take notes on whatever and just write. This is going to help you so much with controlling how you grip your pencil, how you move across the screen, the pressure you apply, and the overall control you have over your tool. So practice writing. When I did this changed the game for me, and it made me so much more confident with moving across a glossy screen. And even if you have a matte screen protector, this will be so helpful to you. I highly implore you to try it. And for our next tip, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to get yourself a pencil grip and a pencil nib. I have noticed personally that the Apple Pencil requires you to have some kind of grip on it just to make a nice stroke. So when I got myself a pencil grip, and then on top of that got myself like a 0.5 pencil nib, that changed the game for me. I started drawing more precise, and it kept my hands really healthy. I stopped placing so much pressure on the screen, and it really helped with just all the stuff that comes with your hands. Just take care of your hands. You don't want to trash your body. You don't want to disregard yourself. If the pencil grip don't work for you, that's okay. We move along. I'll make sure to put my personal grips and nibs in the description box down below, so if you want to check those out, you can get some for yourself. And then for our third main tip, this is so important, especially if you are first starting out with drawing digitally. I highly suggest you learn your art fundamentals. I'll also be linking a playlist I made, and it's full of videos that I personally found helpful and still find helpful on my own artistic journey. I put the first most important ones at the top, and then everything else is like free game, but it's all great information, and I highly suggest you go check it out. Specifically, find yourself looking at the topics of form, perspective, light, and shadow / values. I have personally found that these are the key fundamentals, and they're going to change how you create and why you create, because you're going to understand what you're creating and how it functions and why it looks the way it looks. And then another important thing is to save your files. Get in the habit, I don't care what program you have, take your art that you just made and save it to your device's file system. And I even recommend you get an external hard drive and upload those said files to the hard drive, because you need somewhere to store your art in a safe place. I've heard too many horror stories of people losing their art because technology failed them or something happened and it was an accident. And I don't want you to have to go through that. I personally do this. It has changed the game. I will once again link my external hard drive down below. And then overall, I'm just going to summarize a few tips that I have. I want you to be intentional. When you go to study, I want you to study with purpose. Don't just do things willy-nilly. Create an objective. Observe what you're looking at, analyze it, and apply it over and over and over again. And through repeating what you've seen with intention, you are going to see growth. And then I want you to draw from real life. This is going to establish your visual library, and it is going to increase the way that you create and what you pull from when you go to draw. So this is going to build your creativity. This is going to build your imagination and transform it, because now when you're looking at real things and from real life, you're going to have a better understanding of how things look and how things function. And overall, don't be afraid to try new things. Experiment. Have fun. There's no such thing as messing up. There's no such thing as failing when you're an artist. You just try new things and you get to see what works and what doesn't. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't limit yourself. Just be free. Like, be free. And then this is my last and final tip for you. Do not delete old artworks. I don't care how cringe they are. I don't care if they make your skin crawl. Keep them, because when you grow, this is going to be a great resource that you can go back and look on and go, wow, look at where I came from.
Wow.
And you never know how your own art improvement can help someone else on their own journey, and how your improvement can inspire them. So no matter how difficult things may feel, don't delete the cringe. Just don't, keep it. And overall, my artist friend, whether you are new to art or you're an experienced artist, I highly encourage you to not give up and to keep on trying. I love you guys so much. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you found this video helpful. This is indeed my first YouTube video, so I apologize for any hiccups. Once again, check out that cool guide in the description box down below. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next time.